Last time I served this, it was at a dinner party. We had a few friends over, and what I loved about it was everyone raved. So simple. It's something that really is a comforting tone, but also kind of feels a little bit special, and that's what's great about it. Honey mustard chicken and lentils is something that I had a lot actually growing up. And when I worked in a kitchen in high school at a local camp, we made this a lot too for different events. And it's a really simple thing. Everything is in front of me. We have chicken breasts. Simple, keep them in the freezer, thaw them overnight, get them fresh, whatever works for you. Dijon mustard, I do like the flavor better, and honey. Those two things are gonna make really the base with olive oil of our sauce. We're gonna put some fresh herbs of rosemary and thyme. It brings up so much more flavor than you think. And then lentils, brown lentils, you could use black too. They're to me a pantry staple along with salt and pepper. These things are things that you could have on hand at any time and really make a delicious dinner in minutes. That is so easy. Let's get started though. So I'm gonna put the chicken just right over here, and we're gonna start by making the sauce really, which is the marinade and everything in one. And that's what I love about it. So right in front of me, we have a bowl, and we're gonna start just putting things together. Honey is of course gonna add sweetness. It's also just gonna really help kind of brown everything once it is in the oven. But we're gonna temper this. It's not just gonna be pure honey. We're really doing just about equal parts of everything, and that's kind of the beauty of this recipe. Dijon mustard. You know, I know some people don't like mustard. This is a recipe I will say is developed for the mustard. So you could use yellow mustard, a traditional mustard. I do think the flavor changes slightly, so that isn't necessarily my favorite to do. We're gonna put olive oil in this. So imagine this doing two things. It's gonna become a sauce, obviously. It's also going to be the marinade. So it's actually gonna sit on the chicken and really marinate it. We're gonna add in some salt, super important, and some pepper. I'm gonna just crack it fresh right in there. Now I wanna get the herbs ready, which I do like to chop up. So we have delicious rosemary, and we're gonna do a lot of it because I really wanna taste it. And with that, I'm gonna get some of this thyme ready too, which thyme can go either way. I like to strip some of the small leaves, but if there's a few stems in there and they can get chopped small enough, I'm okay with that. So I'm just gonna break it down and just start chopping everything together. I'm gonna put all these herbs right in here. See how easy this is? This really is one of those things that's a great weeknight. So what I'm doing is stirring this together. And what I wanna make sure happens is that mustard and honey and oil actually become one, which everything does actually emulsify better than you think it's going to. And you can see that here. But look at that, isn't that gorgeous? Once that's all mixed, you can just put it all together. So for that, what I'm gonna do is actually put the chicken right in here, and I'm gonna lay them all out. So this is, you can think of this, you could, if you wanted to, have a few more servings, add a little bit more chicken, but these are big chicken breasts. So honestly, to me, I would cut them probably in half anyway. And what this is gonna do now is actually marinate the chicken first, and then we will go in and actually just roast in it, and it's gonna become the sauce for the lentils we're gonna cook. So I'm first just trying to think of encasing the chicken in this. You don't have to do it perfectly. And what's gonna happen, it will get a little bit more liquidy as it kind of mixes with some of those chicken liquids, which is good. That's more flavor too. So I'm gonna cover it completely. If you want to, get in there, and you can actually just make sure that marinade was touching all parts of the meat at some point. It's not perfect, but now what we're gonna do, we're gonna cover it and put it in the fridge, and it's gonna marinate. Now, I like to do this for at least an hour. You could do it longer. You honestly, if you wanted to, you could mix this up in the morning, have it ready to go, so when you come home, it's just ready to pop in the oven. But I'm gonna let it marinate. This is marinated now. Doesn't really look different, but it actually has started. Now, you don't have to do this. I just sometimes, why not put a little bit of fresh rosemary on top and roast it with it? So what we're doing now is we're gonna roast this. It's gonna roast the marinade, it's gonna roast the chicken till it's fully cooked. And that's, to me, one of the best parts of this, but that is gonna become a sauce later too, which is what I really love. So I'm gonna put it right in here. And then right up here, I have water. Now this is a weeknight, I'm not gonna call it a hack, I hate hacks, but this is a weeknight time saver. So we have water. If you want, I like to use the chicken bouillon. That is a really good chicken bouillon. You can get low sodium in this too. This just adds flavor to cook them. Now, if you have a homemade chicken stock, of course do that, or a broth. But you know what, sometimes doing it like this is a great thing. You can just put it in. We're gonna bring this up to a boil, and we're gonna put the lentils in. and we're gonna let it cook until they're tender. That's the best part. So these are gonna cook while that's roasting, and soon we're gonna have a meal. When the lentils were tender, I removed them from the heat and I drained them, and I kept them right in the saucepan just so they could stay warm with the cover on. Just am pulling this from the oven, and what I love is, do you see how it just begins to caramelize around the edges? That's the honey. Condenses a little bit, it's exactly what you want. So at this point, we really just want to put it all together. And what I mean is, that sauce underneath, we want to make sure those lentils are able to kind of sit in it a little bit. So I take the chicken, and I just set it out for a second here, which, I mean, the way, you can serve this however you want. You don't have to do it any certain way. But I like to first set the chicken here, set it aside for just a little bit. Then we have our lentils, still warm, see the steam coming from them. We drained them, but now what I wanna do is add them right into this beautiful sauce. So we're gonna put them in here. I love lentils, they have protein, they're hearty, they have kind of a slight starchiness like you would think a potato would, but not quite. And then we just stir this all together. So I want these to just really kind of soak in and just marinate a little bit in this beautiful honey mustard. So think of those flavors and those herbs that are coming together. Then I just spread them back out. Look at this. And now you can pretty much make a presentation if you want to. So this is where you can really just put it all back together. You don't have to put it all back together. I just think it makes a nice kind of moment to have the chicken on top. You can nestle it in. Look at that. This is a great kind of homey, comforty, super healthy, very economical thing to make. Now, any of those juices that came on this plate, I'm gonna add right back in. Those are cooked, they have lots of flavor. I do not wanna get rid of those. But now you're ready to serve it. It's really hot, so remember that. You can really serve this however you want to. It can be just like this. I love to serve it with a side salad. I think that's really nice because you have your lentils, you have your chicken, and then to have some greens with them to me is just, kind of just finishes it all up. But look, when we go in here, I want you to see that sauce that's with the lentils? I love that. It will continue to soak in, but I love how there's just a little bit extra of that because it has so much flavor. You're gonna be shocked the flavor you're getting out of this. So first we'll try the lentils because they're really, now let's get it all together. I think a whole bite all together. I'm one of those people that loves like a perfect bite. So we'll get some chicken, we'll get some lentils, put them all together. Oh, this is so good. Mustardy, but totally balanced with the sweetness of the honey. You get the herbs coming through. I'm just someone that loves lentils. You know, a lot of it could be done before. You could have the lentils even cooked before if you wanted to, then reheat them. But it's something that really is a comforting tone, but also kind of feels a little bit special, and that's what's great about it. So as always, I hope now, after watching this video, you feel completely confident and comfortable making this dish because it's super easy. If I can do it here in Iowa in my kitchen, I know you can do it anywhere and get these same ingredients that are absolutely delicious. Great for a weeknight meal, great for a weekend special occasion, whatever you want. For the recipe, you can always go to my website, wyseguy.com, and it's also in the description of the video right underneath. But on my website are all the other recipes I have that you can use and share and print to your desire. I hope you enjoy this and I hope you make it.